Hello, folks. Welcome back. This Six Nations final. Well, let's see how this turns out. We need Scotland to win this game with a bonus point victory and for France to not win with a bonus point victory against England later today. So we won't know who wins the Six Nations till later today. Rooting for Scotland, obviously, in this one. For Ireland, here's the announced lineup. Still like the Scottish coach. Yeah, Gregor Townsend's not too popular. A lot of folks there, Robert. Jamie Osborne for Ireland at fullback position. Rob Balakoon, who's found a rebirth of sorts playing for Ireland. He was kind of the odd man out, but he's looking a lot better lately. Gary Ringrose, Stuart McCloskey, and inside-outside centers. Tommy O'Brien on the left wing. Jack Crowley has the fly half position. Jamison Gibson Park, once again, at scrum half. Caelan Doris, captain, wearing number 8 jersey. Josh van der Fleer, Jack Conan, Tag Byrne. Joe McCarthy are the locks. In the front row, Tad Furlong, Dan Sheehan, and Tom O'Toole. Off the bench, Ronan Kelleher, Michael Milne, Finlay Beelum, who's found his way onto that bench of late. Darren Murray, Nick Timoney, Craig Casey, Kieran Frawley, and Bundi Aki is back. For Scotland, the men of the Thistle. Blair Kinghorn, once of Ulster, at fullback position. And then Darcy Graham on that right wing, ever dangerous Darcy Graham. He could turn a game around in a heartbeat. Hugh Jones and Sione Tupelotu. Tupelotu is the captain in the center. Kyle Sten on the left wing. Finn Russell, vice captain at fly half. Ben White, scrum half. Jack Dempsey. Rory Darge, another vice captain. Matt Fagerson. And then the locks are Grant Gilchrist and Max Williamson. Xander Fagerson is in the front row along with George Turner, and Pierre Skuman gets the nod for the start once more. Off the bench, Ewan Ashman, Rory Sutherland, Darcy Ray, Alex Craig, Magnus Bradbury, George Horn, Kyle Rowe, and Tom Jordan. Luke Pearce of England is the official for the match. Assistant referees are Angus Gardner of Australia, Damien Schneider of Argentina, the Germans, Argentina Schneider, and Andrew Jackson of England is the TMO. And we'll be ready to get going here in just a couple moments as we're waiting for this one to get started. Players out on the pitch. I guess this game doesn't start till the bottom of the hour because they're still warming up. I thought this game started at 10 o'clock. That's a little bit annoying. So apologies for that, folks. We're kind of early here. Gee, many crickets. That was not my expectation. So we had a chance for a break here. I thought we had to rush off the top of the hour. It looks like that was just when the coverage began. So my apologies for that. This thing was scheduled, according to what I saw, for 2 p.m. And it is 2 p.m. in Ireland. So what's going on with that? Let's see. Now it probably gives me an update. It probably says 10:30. Let's see. 10:10. Okay, so it's supposed to start here in about 4 minutes. All right, well, then we're 4 minutes away, so it should be good to start here. France and England in the last game of the Six Nations this year. That'll be at 4:10 this afternoon. Italy and Wales. Italy has a chance to finish with a winning record here in the Six Nations. I don't think they've done that before. Yeah, so for the women's Six Nations, which gets started in April, we'll see what happens over there. But probably expect to see England do very well there once again. But here, England's really not in any good position for the Six Nations. Pretty ugly. The standings today, as we see them, France in top position. 3 wins and a loss after losing to Scotland. But they have 16 points because they picked up that bonus point, and they have a 79-point differential. So Scotland cannot be tied with them. Or can they? Well, be head-to-head, make the difference? I'm not sure. But Scotland has to win today and has to get a bonus point if they want to make sure. They're in second place with 3 wins, 1 loss, 16 points. Ireland is 3 wins and a loss in third place with 14 points on a long. So Ireland needs a lot of help to win today, to win the Six Nations. It's easier path for France or Scotland. And I think, honestly, the easiest path today is for France because they're playing England, who has 1 win and 3 losses, 6 points on a log. Wales just with a single bonus point, minus 96 points. So they've played much better the last couple weeks. They nearly beat Scotland, and they nearly won again last week. So looking much better. But Scotland lost that game to Italy. Had they not lost the game to Italy, then Scotland, this would be theirs to lose. They would be 4-0. They'd have 20 points in the log, and all they'd have to do is tie or get a bonus point, and they'd be set. But nope, they didn't pull that off. They lost that game to Italy. Italy now with 2 wins, 2 losses, 9 points in the log. They could wind up with 13 points, possibly 14 on this season. That would be pretty incredible for them, for the Italians. But we'll see if it happens. But is it in the cards for the Italians to do well? We'll see how it goes. Yep, game's supposed to start at 10 after, so we're waiting for this thing to get going here. Still no update. So, at Aviva Stadium from Dublin, should be exciting times here. We'll see what happens as this game gets going. A lot of fans in the pitch out there. Ireland fans, obviously, it's a home game for them, but also a number of Scottish fans are there as well. Scots have come in force. So, on the URC, the Stormers should move up to second place now, and they are in second place. That victory took them from sixth place to second place. The Bulls they stay in eighth place. So, but now they're even. No one can catch them. So every team now has played 12 games in the URC. So after 12 games, the Stormers are 9-3, along with Glasgow. But Glasgow has the advantage because they've got 9 bonus points. It's 45 points for Glasgow, 41 for the Stormers, 41 for Ulster, and 41 for Leinster. But the difference being that the Stormers are one game better, the difference being that they don't have the bonus points. Glasgow, Ulster, and Leinster all have 9 bonus points. The Stormers have just 5. They picked up one of those today. Yeah, so they squandered a lot of opportunities. So they're going to have the work cut out for them. But they have a 112-point difference, so that puts them second best in the league once again, too. So only other teams with over 100 is Glasgow 150 and Ulster 104. So all in all, a good outcome for the Stormers. And we'll get ready for the next round, which will be next week. And so the Stormers next week, March 14th, March 20th. So the Bulls are at Loftus hosting Cardiff. Chance for them to come back. And then on Saturday next week, it's the Lions hosting Edinburgh. That's going to be a tough one for them. And then the Sharks hosting Munster. And then the Stormers will be hosting the Dragons. So the Stormers should be able to come out next week with a win on Sunday. So that's a Sunday game. So we have games on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So I'll be covering games all 3 days next week. Wow, busy week. Busy week. Yeah, and then the 27th, yeah, that's on the 27th, the Sharks will be playing. That game I will not be able to broadcast because when do I fly? I think I fly in the evening. Maybe I'll be able to broadcast it. We'll see. On Saturday, it's the Bulls and Munster that following week, and the Stormers play Edinburgh. Oof. But it'll be early for me. I'll be out in Las Vegas on that one. Anyway, let's see how we're doing here. Got a commercial break waiting for this thing to get started. So it's already 10 after. We're supposed to have this game underway, so don't know if we're getting a broadcast delay. They're now announcing the teams. They're still not out on the pitch, so we'll have to wait for the anthems for the Flower of Scotland and also for the Irish cheer. They just finished the anthems. Okay, well, I guess we don't get to hear the anthems. That's pretty freaking lame that they don't broadcast it. Thank you that. Okay, players are on the pitch. Thank you for that. Yeah, obviously I'm not getting to hear it. So that's pretty lame. That's very disappointing. Last week we got to hear it. Luke Pierce out there. So let's see what happens. Luke Pierce has the ball. Here we go. Scotland's got to get it done now. Darcy Graham bouncing around out there. Rob Balakoon for Ireland. So I'll tell you, the NBC's broadcasts are terrible. So Ireland will be from left to right on this one. There we go. Here we go. We're about ready to get underway. Crowley will get us started here. A full house. Here's the kick. We're ready to go. And we're underway inside the 22. It's taken down there by Scotland. Hugh Jones with the carry. He's tackled inside the 22. Ben White told to use it. He hands it off Pierre Schoeman. Skuma with a carry. My goodness, Luke Pierce. Can you let the guy get there first? Use it. He's not even at the ruck. Kicked over the top by Ben White. Down to midfield. Taken back there by Jamie Osborne. Osborne comes up to the 10-meter line. Drives forward. Tackled there by Matt Fagerson. Over into the middle. Josh Vanderfleer with his trademark red scrum helmet on. He's tackled. Gibson Park will dig it out for Ireland. Tad Furlong tackled. Gibson Park. Oh, there's a break. Nice break there by Crowley. Carries it inside the 22. And ball squirts loose. And kicked by... Oh, nice kick there. What do we have? It's a knock forward. So Crowley lost it forward. It'll be a scrum to Scotland. 1 minute into it. Gregor Townsend up in the booth. Scotland's head coach. And then Andy Farrell over in the other booth, Ireland's head coach. Atrocious coverage by NBC, skipping the anthems. Luke Pierce sets up the first scrum of the game. Pack weights 897 for Scotland, 882 for Ireland. Crowd is cheer going up for the first scrum. Crouch. Bind. Set. And a penalty. Ireland wins the scrum. Wow. Don't see why they got the penalty because Xander Fagerson stood up. So they're going to kick for the corner. Ireland going for the corner. Yep, no question. Standing up in the scrum. Ah, that's unfair. The Irish were up. He didn't pop up at all. That's a lame call, Luke Pierce. Lame call, Luke Pierce. And Ireland. What's going on here? And a try by Jamie Osborne. Try to Ireland just like that. Jamie Osborne. Wow. That was quick. That was an unfair penalty. That was such a bullshit penalty by Luke Pierce. Gave the ball to them. That's just messed up. So he gifts him a try, Luke Pierce. Wow. Seven 0 Ireland. Yeah, Ireland stood up, not Scotland. That's such bullshit. A penalty against them. That's such bullshit. And it cost a try. That's how the officials can steal a game for players. The restart, Ireland has it. Tommy O'Brien with a carry. That's such bullshit. Such a mess. Kinghorn with a catch. Fagerson with a carry. Still driving up to midfield. No, it's not Fagerson. It's Jack Dempsey. Dempsey over midfield. Scotland now. 4:36 in this game. Finn Russell carries it wide. Throws it outside to Kyle Steen. Steen driving inside the 10-meter line. There's Fagerson with a carry. Matt Fagerson drives forward. Scotland... Nice pass. That was a brilliant pass. Xander Fagerson now with a carry. Scotland now looking pretty good on the other side of the pitch. Somebody lost a scrum helmet or something back here. Kinghorn carries forward. He places the ball. Finn Russell. Tupelotu got space. Cuts back inside. Tupelotu still driving down to the 22. What a carry. Come on, that's interfering by Josh Van der Fleer. Not rolling away. No penalty called. Gilchrist. Scotland are inside the 22 now, driving. Crowd screaming Ireland. Ben White. Xander Fagerson. Still inside. Pierre Skuman with a carry. Finn Russell sends it back inside. Nicely done. Darcy Graham with a carry. He may have been one lost the scrum helmet. Scotland now down 12 meters out. Ireland offsides on the tackle. No call. Another offside by Josh Van der Fleer. Missed. Way offside. No penalty called. Kyle Stem with a carry. Ireland getting away with penalty after penalty, committing egregious offense after egregious offense. Outside it goes. Into the hands of George Turner. He's down about 7 meters. Offside again by Ireland, not called. Scotland still driving forward. Offside again. Ireland, every time the ball, they're offside. And not one penalty called. Building pressure. They go on the wing outside. There it is. Yes. Scotland. Darcy Graham. Wow. Brilliant pass to get this all going. Skuman with a great carry. Great work by Scotland, determined here. But it's going to be a tough conversion. Darcy Graham tried to pick up a little space, but Gibson Park was over there to make sure he went down. So Darcy Graham. He missed it. Oh, did he get it? Oh, he got it. My bad. Finn Russell, great. So Scotland gets it back. What a start. Yeah, Josh Van der Fleer was offside. Oh, they were offside every time you turn around. Luke Pearce is obviously either a poor official or a bias for England. Or for Ireland, excuse me. It's inside of 22. Use it as the call. Ben White over the top. Taken by Osborne at his 42-meter line. Scotland comes up to meet him. Tackle made at the 45. Skuman getting out of the way. Gibson Park. Caelan Doris with a carry. Caelan Doris is tackled at the 42-meter line. Gibson Park. Tad Furlong. Osborne. Crowley. Stuart McCluskey now not releasing the ball. He lets go of it finally. McCarthy on the outside. Scotland's there. Penalty for being offside. Come on, are you serious? You see that offside? Darcy Graham offside. He doesn't agree. So one of the Scotland players is down getting treatment. Wow, that was a lucky kick. That looked like it almost went straight through. This is Gilchrist. Gilchrist is getting treatment around his nose. Luke Pearce comes over to see what's going on. Is his nose broken? Clock stopped at 9:44. Get the referee. Is it coincidence the Irish jersey the same color as money? I mean, we've already had bullshit. Gilchrist is staying. They had a penalty called against Scotland that was clearly a penalty by Ireland. And then offsides, still didn't stop Ireland or Scotland from scoring. So this is a 5-meter line out. Dan Sheehan will throw it in for Ireland. Taking success from McCarthy into them all. Here come Ireland. They're pushing. Skuman's at the back of it. Better get out of there. Oh, and they break free. And Sheehan gets a try. Wow, 10 minutes into the game, a third try. Dan Sheehan with his 18th try. Dan Sheehan with a try. Nobody to defend that one. Man. Chance for the conversion from Crowley. And it's going to curve back over just in front of the post. $14-7. I think we're going to see a lot of points racked up today. 3 tries, 10 minutes. Ireland now inside the 22. McCluskey. McCluskey's tackled inside the 22. Call to use it. Kicked over the top by Gibson Park and into touch. Be a line out for Scotland. See where the mark is at the 42-meter line. So it goes short. Scotland comes away with it. Finn Russell. Hugh Jones. Oh, Ireland's offsides again. Josh Van der Fleer, another egregious. We got a penalty here finally. Let's see what he says. Kicked the ball out of the Nine's hands. So finally a penalty called. Boy. Caelan Dorse got snot coming out of his nose. Pretty gross looking. So the scrum half is being treated, and they say, carry on. If we need him, we'll stop the game. Well, I think you kind of need a scrum half. Oh, that was intentional. Axe. Yeah, he kicked the ball out of his hands. So let's see where Scotland has the ball now. 13-16. George Turner will throw it in about 16 meters away. Line out successful to Scotland. And they get it to Turner. He breaks away. Nice carry there. Down about 10 meters away. Over the middle. Scotland now. Let's puncture that Irish defense. Come on, boys. Pour it on. Ireland offside again. This time it was Crowley who was offside. Nice carry. Everyone's picking up something here. Inside the 5-meter line. Down to 3 meters comes Scotland. Xander Fagerson. He's topped. He's 4 meters out now. Pick and go for Williamson. Side entry by Scotland. They're lucky they didn't get a call for a penalty there. Call to use it. Where's the ball? Somebody better get the ball. There it is. Skuman inside the 5-meter line. And the volume just disappeared on me. Five meters out. Call to use it. Over the middle here comes again. Finn Russell lost it. Ringrose steals it. Ireland nearly ran it all the way back, but a try-saving tackle. And Scotland turns it over deep. Nearly disaster for Scotland here as Finn Russell lost the ball. And the pressure's taken off. It's kicked down the pitch and nobody's home. It's going to find touch. Kinghorn takes it in touch. Wow. So Finn Russell just lost the ball being tackled by McCloskey. So Scotland has again Tupelota. What's the whistle going on? What's going on here? Line out was formed. They went quickly, so they have to come back. Apparently there were two people from each side, so they're going to come back. Got to come back to do the line out. Scotland looked trying to go quickly, didn't quite work out. So now they have to do the line out. Not challenged. They come down with Max Williamson into a maul. It's going sideways. Ireland swimming around back. They're going to turn it over here in a moment. Yep, that's going to be turned over. Yep, turnover ball. Yep, turnover ball. So Scotland turns it over. They were looking good, but now they're starting to slip here. Looks like McCarthy's responsible for that. Ay, ay, ay. $16:47 off the clock. It's 14-7 Ireland out in front. No scores the last 7 minutes, which is shocking given there were 3 in the first 10 minutes. 2:56, 6:50, and 10 minutes. Crouch. Bind. Early engagement by Scotland, never stable. And McCloskey now with a carry. So Ireland goes wide on the out channels. Caelan Doris. He hits Turner. Looks like he's got a concussion here. Turner's down. He doesn't look good. They're going to stop play here. Got a penalty. Yeah, no, he got hit hard. I could see that straight away. It is the right call. George Turner he was wobbling around, came out of that hit. Yeah, that did not look good. I'm not surprised. I'd be surprised if that's not HIA. Yeah, he's going off. HIA. Yeah, definitely going to get an HIA assessment here. So you and Ashman will have to come in the game. Oh, he got hit in the face by the player from behind. His own player. So Turner goes off with an HIA. That's a clear HIA. He got hit by his own player. Right in the mouth. So a scrum to Ireland now. Luke Pierce says, there's so much chatter on scrums. Can we just scrum, please? How about you make the right penalty call here in the scrums? Crouch. Bind. Set. Ireland went early. No pre-engagement call. And Ireland collapses on a knee. Reset. He said, I don't want commentary. He said 3 scrums, not 1 ball out. 18-18 in the first half. 14-7 Ireland out in front. Scotland needs a bonus point victory here. Coach. Bind. Set. Okay, nobody was early that time. This time it comes out okay. Over the middle. Nice pitch outside to Balakoon. No one's here to defend him. He's going to go all the way. And he got it. Balakoon. Unless that boot went into touch, it looked like a try. Looks like he's going to get it. Let's see the replay. See if his boot went into touch. Tupelotu is saying something. And I think his boot might be in touch. I think his boot's in touch. I said it from the outset. Let's see it. Got to slow it down. Let's see it. Well, that is a good try. Yep, he never put his feet down. It's a good try. So Crowley, he's going to miss that one. 19-7. Brilliant pass by Stuart McCloskey. Ireland looking pretty good so far. And we're back underway. Inside of 22. Taken to the sunshine by McCloskey again. He bounces off tackles by Skuman, his tackle at the 22. Skuman never let go of him. Ball's taken back. Gibson Park going to go over the top. That'll stay in play. Into sunshine. Going to be a little hard to field over there. Bounces. Darcy Graham comes up with it. He sends it back to Kinghorn. Kinghorn to Finn Russell. Finn Russell working his way across. Kicks it to the wing. Kyle Sten can't quite get there. Finn Russell was trying something. Just almost got there. Nearly had it. Kyle Sten out of the wing, trying to catch that on the fly. Line out successful. Over the middle it goes to Kalen Doris. Doris spins around, and he's met by Rory Darge. Tackle there. Gibson Park will dig it out from around the 30-meter line. High into the air. Chases on near side of the pitch. Kyle Sten. Well, that was courageous by Kyle Sten. Brilliant take in the air. Courageous catch by him. And Matt Fagerson carries it in the middle. Tupelotu breaks through down to the 10-meter line. Ireland's offside. Kalen Doris, no call. And that ball's charged down by Ireland. And Scotland recovers it, but they lose a few meters. Darcy Graham. Ball's available. 22 minutes into the contest already. Ben White over the top. Down around the 22 it's going to be. Taken by Jamie Osborne in the sun. Tough catch. Tackles made at about 26-meter line. Gibson Park being told to use it by Luke Pearce. Not much of a counter ruck from Scotland there. High into the air. Chases on. Staying in the sun again. Kinghorn, it bounces off his chest and into touch. Kinghorn. It'll be Scotland turning the ball over to Ireland. Jamie Osborne having quite a game so far. Osborne getting it done. Sheehan will throw it in. Try score for Ireland. Just about midfield, a 49-meter line. Each team has won all 3 of their lineouts. Exactly, the Irish commentary. I like the way Luke Pierce is approaching the game. That ball's knocked on by Ireland. Not called a knock-on, though. Oh, my goodness. How is that not a knock-on? Ireland retains possession. Gibson Park. Tad Furlong with the carry. He's tackled. Gibson Park digs it out. Over to Josh van der Fleer. Jack Crowley cuts it back into the middle. Tommy O'Brien's tackled. Caelan Doris once again. Rory Darge and Finn Russell there. Russell makes the tackle. Back over the center. McCarthy to Crowley. Crowley to Osborne. Osborne looking to pass, but he's tackled. They go outside. That was offside by Darcy Graham, not called. Tad Furlong. He's tackled. Ireland outside the 22. Van der Fleer. Ringrose with a carry. Picked up by Doris. Doris drives, spins, tackled outside the 22. Center of the pitch. Gibson Park back the opposite way. And there is Tommy O'Brien. We got a penalty here for obstruction, I think. Or offside. Obstruction, yep. It was an obstruction. Kick down the pitch. No, Finn Russell can't find touch. Oh, my goodness. Sheehan saves it. So Scotland doesn't get the ball back. And Finn Russell tries to make the tackle and doesn't. Wow. A hooker runs all the way back and saves the ball for Ireland. Sheehan had a hell of a game. And there's Crowley trying to cut through the middle. Gibson Park. Midfield. Caelan Doris. Ball driven backwards hard by Max Williamson, who's had some crushing tackles so far in this game. McCarthy with a carry. He's tackled in midfield by Finn Russell. Things slow down. So ruckus formed at midfield. Gibson Park will dig it out. He'll hoist over the top. It's going to go down around the 30-meter line. Kinghorn goes up. He makes a catch from Osborne. Caelan Doris looking for the tackle on Ewan Ashman, who came in for the HIA. 26 minutes off the clock now. Call to use it. Scotland with possession. Driving forward now. They need to regain some of that mojo they had early in this game. Kicked over the top. Ben White down to about 36-meter line. Darcy Graham is there for the tackle. Graham very excited in this game. Van der Fleer. Van der Fleer's to the 10-meter line. He's going to be taken down there. Rory Darge gets the poach. Turnover for Scotland. Scotland gets a big turnover there. Off the feet. So we're going to have a line out. Let's see where the mark is for Scotland. They need a try here, converted try. So Ewan Ashman with a line out coming up. Scotland now, 27 minutes in it, trying to level this thing up a little bit. It's about a 6-meter line out. Blair Kinghorn is in the line out. This is a weird line out, and he's the one that comes down with it. And they try to go short side, and it collapsed. Ireland have won the ball. Ireland steal it. Knock on against Scotland. What a stupid idea that was. Trick play turns the ball over. Just dumb. Just didn't work. Sheehan sacks them all. So, my goodness. Clock has stopped now. What's going on?
We're seeing that's play on because the ball was transferred to the front.
And it doesn't matter if he hits him in the air after he's passed
I didn't think it was dangerous play after that. That's why we're playing on.
Okay.
Okay, Ireland scrum.
Again, Luke Pearce.
Yeah. I don't agree with that. Yeah. So Ireland gets the ball. Tupelotu asking a question about the player being hit in the air. So not much sun in the stadium, but this corner has sunshine. Scotland needs to win a scrum here desperately. Gregor Townsend wants to keep his job. He needs to win a bonus point victory today. A lot of scrutiny on Townsend, rightly so. Behind. Set. Turner will not be back. He's out of the game for HIA. So Ewan Ashman will stay in the game. Ireland's line out successful. They carry it out to about the 8-meter line. Gibson Park is going to go for the box kick. He does. Sends that way down the pitch, and it's going to see where the mark is. About 30 meters. Scotland, another line out. Oh, my goodness. Here's the lineup. Ashman, uncontested, nearly thrown away. Finn Russell over to Tupelotu. Tupelotu drives forward. Finn Russell kicks it over the top. Chases on. Who's going to get there? Kicked into touch by Tommy O'Brien. So Scotland will have a line out. Good net gain of territory there. O'Brien didn't have much choice. He stumbled, though. I think he was going to try to pick it up, but he lost his balance. But at least he got it into touch. Could have been worse. 30 minutes off the clock. $15 meters. Line out's good. We're into a maul. Ashman at the back of the maul, trying to stay bound. It's only going sideways, though. Now they start to go forward. Down by Scotland is the call, and Ben White digs it out. Over the middle, he goes to Tupelotu. Tupelotu carries it. He places it. Fagerson comes over, picks up the mess. Zander Fagerson drives forward, and he rolls. Every time they get inside of 22, Scotland turns the ball over. You cannot win a game like this. Yeah, penalty. So Crowley will kick for territory. He finds touch, and it'll be on Scotland's side of the pitch. Just keep coming inside the 22 and coming away empty. That is not how you're going to win this game, fellas. Not how you're going to win this game. Darren Sheehan now with another line out for... He's been the man of the match so far. Sheehan has been everywhere. Done everything. Scotland making far too many mistakes. They finally throw it in. Over the middle it goes Crowley. McCloskey over midfield. He's having a big game. Gibson Park back to the inside. Throws it behind himself. Gibson Park goes to the far side. McCloskey again. This time to Kaylin Doris. Also very active today. They go wide. Crowley. Balakoon with a carry. Got a brilliant try a while ago. Jack Conan carries it forward. Haven't called Conan's name first time. It's kick forward inside of 22. Taken back there by Kinghorn. Oh, he nearly gets tackled. He fights off 2 tackles. Finally, the third tackler as McCarthy gets him. Xander Ferguson to carry. Ball's available. Williamson. Ben White high into the air. Chases on by Kyle Sten on the near side. Oh, wicked hit. Both pulling for the ball. And Finn Russell has on the other side. And he throws it away again. Picked up by Darcy Graham. Finn Russell. Skuman. Russell. Tupelotu. Hugh Jones. They go wide. That's a forward pass. Yep. Bad decision by Scotland. Forward pass. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, Dempsey threw that forward. "34 minutes off the clock. Scotland really needs to get off the bus and start playing." No, not a smart play, Stephen van Vyk. Excuse me. 19-7. Keane Healy up into the stands. Crouch. Bind. Set. Penalty advantage or no? Ball's lost. Kick forward by Scotland, but Balogun has the pace. But look at Kinghorn. Kinghorn got there. Oh, but Ireland, Josh van der Flier comes back and picks it up at the Irish 22. They lost about 45, 50 meters there. Boy, Kinghorn really put pressure on Ireland there. McCarthy to 22, tackled. Gibson Park finds touch. Line out to Scotland around the 10-meter line. Yeah, it was kicked forward by Darcy Graham, and then Kinghorn really had to pace Balogun. But Kinghorn fell. Couldn't get to that. Clock stopped at 35-36 as McCarthy gets treatment. Hey, Michael Dawson, how's it going? 80 tackles made by Ireland, 72 by Scotland so far. It's a lot of tackles. Oh, my goodness. Heck of a game so far. They turned it over. So it's a penalty, a deliberate knock-on against Scotland. Yeah, Gilchrist knocked it down. Oh, Gilchrist got a hell of a black eye. That's why they had to see him earlier. Scott, another trip inside the 22 and no points. That's like 4 times they've been down there without any points. Another mistake. Killing me here, boys. You're killing me. Line out from the 10-meter line. Successful. McCloskey bouncing off tackles. McCloskey still going down to the 24-meter line. Ireland threatening again. Kalen Doris with a carry, but he's buried immediately. McCarthy. Everyone's getting involved today. Gibson Park. Back to Kalen Doris. Gibson Park to Crowley. Crowley. Conan gets tackled. Crowley kicks it. It's going to go right into the corner. It'll be Scotland's ball. Good break for Scotland. Needed something to slow things down there. 2.5 minutes ready the first half. Scotland just not getting it done. McCloskey's been a wrecking ball out there. Stuart McCloskey. 40 meters gain. Good to see you there, Michael. Yeah, I appreciate people are busy. I've also been ill, so I didn't do games last weekend because I need a rest. I'm feeling a little bit better, but still not 100%. So I'm doing today's 2 games. I won't do the game this afternoon. I did the Bulls and Stormers game earlier, which had a very good outcome for me as a Stormers fan. Yep. So Gregor Townsend looking very concerned up there. Who's getting treatment? I can't see. Is that Skuman? No. It's Ashman. Jimmy Crickets. That's the hooker. He got a stinger. Hopefully he's all right. We already lost George Turner, who left with an HIA in the first half. Dublin. Ashman throws it deep, and it works. Scotland has it. A lot of pressure from Ireland at the breakdown here. Ball's available. Ben White's going to kick it from inside his 22. Put some distance out there to around the 10-meter line. Balakoon caught it, and Kyle Stead trying to drag him in touch. It doesn't work. Furlong says, you're not dragging this guy in. But they're going to turn over on the floor. It's just knock-on. So Scotland gets a scrum with 1.5 minutes remaining. (19-7), 38-38 in the first half. Coming up at halftime here, Scotland needs to get their head in the game. So many trips inside of 22 with no points. They've made progress. They've gotten down there. They just don't score. So the first half rapidly coming to an end with just 1 minute left, and the scrum hasn't started yet. Crouch. Bide. Early engagement, so tap, quick kick. Scotland now. Oh, they left it hanging up there. Knocked on by Tupelotu. Scotland squanders another opportunity. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Tupelotu knocked it on. What wasn't that boring, Teeny? Crouch. Line. Set. Gibson Park digs it out. McCluskey. Osborne. Oh, it's lost forward. That's going to finish the half. And that's it. Halftime, 19-7. The end of the first half. Not a good start to the game for Scotland. 19-7 halftime. Well, that's disappointing. All right, let's turn off that arrow there for the first half. And then we'll get started on the next one. All right, so halftime here, folks. Don't go anywhere. Enjoy the Springbok Glory song.
Under the southern sun, the green and gold shine bright. On the field of honor, they battle with all their might. From the scrums to the tries, they always find their way. Springboks rising higher day after day. Springboks just win, win, win. They can't be denied. With the Webb Ellis Cup, they're filled with pride. The greatest rugby nation, standing tall and true. Better than the rest in every test they pursue. From the dusty fields to the world stage they've roared. Legends carved in history, their spirit soared. In the hearts of a nation, they ignite the flame. Every tackle, every try, echoing their name. Springboks just win, win, win. They can't be denied. With the Webb Ellis Cup, they're filled with pride. The greatest rugby nation, standing tall and true. Better than the rest in every test they pursue. Carry the hopes of a country like a chain. From the whistles blow to the final play, they prove their greatness every single day. Springboks just win, win, win. They can't be denied. With the Webb Ellis Cup, they're filled with pride. The greatest rugby nation, standing tall and true. Better than the rest in every test they pursue.
And we're at halftime here. It's 19-7. Ireland leads. Not a particularly good half for Scotland, so shame. We'll see if that improves in the second half. Six Nations halftime, Ireland out in front, which right now, if it ended, they would win the Six Nations, but I don't see that happening. I think France will decide who wins this, particularly since Scotland is not getting together. They came out like gangbusters, were playing really brilliantly, but they wore themselves out very quickly, and their failure to score inside the 22 has been devastating to their chances here. So that loss to Italy earlier in the season really has been a tough one too. Huh. So Ireland ranks second. Lineouts goes 93.6% this season in the Six Nations. Yeah, that first try came pretty quickly. It was far too easy as Osborne just walked right into the try zone. I got to tell you, I've got to get to a game in Aviva. I just haven't done it. I have to do it sometime. Maybe next year I'll do a Six Nations tour, spend a couple weeks, and to go for a game in Aviva and a game in Edinburgh. That'd be pretty cool. That'd be pretty cool. Or 2 weeks in a row in Aviva and then Edinburgh. I have to figure out a schedule like that and spend some time over there next year. That's. Let me plan on that. Do a Six Nations tour next year and catch 3 games. But I don't know how I'm going to get tickets for those games. But it won't matter. Just anywhere. So that'd be cool. Danny Gerber, the finest center in Southern's produced. Yeah, pretty good player. That's for sure. Dan Sheehan has been a man on fire in this game. He's just been something else. He's had a great game thus far. My man of the match at this stage. And not just for the try, but for some of the great play. Stealing a penalty away from Scotland. They couldn't get it in touch because he ran all the way down the field and kept that thing in play. Balakoon had a beautiful try, too. It was absolutely a thing of beauty. He kept his feet up in the air. Otherwise, he wouldn't have got that try. That was really beautiful. And it was a great pass that came across from McCluskey, I think it was, to catch him on the fly. Darcy Graham tried to run him down, got a hand around the boot, but it wasn't fast enough. So, 3 tries in it for, what's this terrible, NBC is absolutely atrocious, their rugby coverage. It looks like something from, 1940s amateur stuff. Really, really amateur stuff. It's unfortunate. Anyway, I can't complain about that. We're looking at the halftime stuff. So, URC is looking good for the Stormers. Not so great for the Bulls, who dropped a game today. But the Stormers moved from 6th position back up to 2nd place. Yeah, well, another Saturday, folks. Another Saturday. Let me take a look here. Take a look at some email here. So I'm way behind on that while we sit here. What's this? High ticket offer. What the hell is that? People sending me crap. I don't know what that is. Huh. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Lots of email here. Oh my goodness. Sorry. It's halftime. Be glad when this one's over we get back to it. They keep advertising Premier League. Like, I give a flying flip about Premier League. Peacock is all excited they cover soccer, but that's only for woke lefties and Hispanics in this country. Nobody else cares about soccer. It's a boring ass game, especially Premier League. It doesn't even affect us. What do we care about that? Tottenham Spurs. Who cares? I'm sorry. No interest in that whatsoever. It's such a boring, useless game. Anti-white, pro-racism game, which has all these banners that says end racism, but all it is a racist sport. Yep. Anyway, silly stuff. Silly stuff. So, all we have left in the Six Nations is 2 more games today. After this game, it's Wales and Italy. and then it's France and England at 4 p.m. Yep. So, and that we'll know the answer by the end of the France game. But at least it went down to the end. We know it'll come down to the end. Wow. It's just this absolute bullshit that's being spread now. I have to make a video about this. It's just utter nonsense. Wow. Wow. It's unbelievable what's going on here. People lying about these things. So we're still at halftime. When I'm done, I was going to get some rest, but I'm going to have to make a video because it's just we can't let this go on any longer. Total absolute lies. Listen to these people lie about refugees going back. The propaganda war about refugees. Yeah. Only sport with no quota effects is all-round ball chasing. How do you watch rugby on your end? We struggle to watch it here in the Netherlands. Oh, Angelique Nui. Well, I watch it, as I've explained many times, in various ways, and I pay a fortune for it. The biggest way I watch URC and many of the South African Test matches, but not all, on Flow Rugby, FLO Rugby. You can get it abroad. I think you can pay for it abroad, but you definitely get it in the United States. So Flow Rugby is where I get a lot of it. Then I also have to subscribe to Peacock from NBC, which is BS. Used to have NBC Sports. They have the 7 series, which I don't cover anymore, and the Six Nations, and a number of test matches. So it's inconsistent. Their coverage is terrible. And then I also have to subscribe now to Paramount Plus. That's the only way I could watch a U.S. game a few months ago. So Paramount Plus has some of the games, and so I have to have Paramount Plus. In addition to that, Rugby Pass TV, which is necessary for some other games that, like, for instance, I caught the qualification games for the World Cup for Namibia. But Flow Rugby is my biggest one. Unfortunately, there are just too many things that have to be dealt with here. So, boy, I'll tell you what, people, this guy has 700,000 subscribers, and he's nothing but a propagandist. The guy lies about everything. Wow. So, yeah. For hurrying me home in droves. This guy's just lying in droves. So, wow. Oh, boy, I'll tell you. propagandists are just really something else. Are we ready? Still not ready for the second half. Yeah, well, I don't use DSTV. No, I don't use DSTV. I don't. First off, it's not legal to use it outside of Africa, so I don't use it. Because I don't use pirated stuff on anything. I never have. Same with video. I never use pirated video. I always pay for everything because, you know. But the problem, which makes it all the more irritating when I get attacked by some of these broadcasters and by World Rugby for bogus copyright claims or strikes. Like when I record a video footage and they accuse me of using their footage. It was my frickin' footage. I have the original footage. And I still got a copyright strike. I had to fight that off a couple years ago. But no, that's what makes it all the more irritating because I don't steal people's content. And I got some guy in Nigeria currently stealing my content right now. So he's about to get reported. Yep, I'll have to do that later today. I've been busy. Otherwise, I would have done already. Why people with these tattoos writing all over them? I don't get that. Sorry, these women writing tattoos. Okay, we're ready for the second half. Finally, it's about damn time. So here we go. Second half. We're about to get underway here. Scotland kicks it off, and we're underway in the second half. Inside of 22. Darcy Graham is there for the tackle. Wow, that was quick. That was quick. Scotland from left to right in the second half. 19-7, just into the second half. We're underway. Oh, Finn Russell breaks loose. Russell picking about 20 meters down to the Ireland 10-meter line, but he can't get down. The ball comes loose, and it winds up in Ireland's hands. It's a knock-on. Wow. Ireland gets the ball. Wow. That just not go well for Scotland. Russell couldn't get to ground. Now Ireland looking to attack on the outside. Kick forward by Gary Ringrose. Slow to get over there. It's going to pop up slowly. Russell finally gets it. He offloads it. My goodness. Hugh Jones with the ball. He's tackled. So Scotland loses about 25 meters in that exchange of things. Ball's back just outside their 22. Xander Fagerson with a carry now. Call to use it. No substitutions during the half, so we start. Oh, that's not a good kick. Knock on by Scotland again, so Ireland has the ball. It goes into touch. Scrum. Sloppy start to the second half. Oh my goodness. (42-12) in the second half. Crouch, bind, set. Gibson Park puts it in. Comes out. Crowley over the center. Osborne. Ball pops up in the air. Scotland gets it. They have a knock-on advantage. Rory Darge is tackled. McCloskey, come on, man, that's a penalty. Pushed over the number 9 off the ball. So, Finn Russell kicking for some territory here. He finds touch. It'll change things up a little bit. Scotland needs to get going. So Ewan Ashman, the substitute scrum half, comes over for the line out. They go deep. It's challenged, but Scotland comes away with a Ben White to Finn Russell. Tupelotu, tackled by Caelan Doris just over midfield. Back to the middle. Gilchrist gets tackled. And now Ben White is driven backwards by Ireland. Big time. Darcy Graham in there, two of the smallest guys on the pitch. Ashman decides to pass it and then holds on to it. And Scotland comes over. Ben White digs it out. Skuman, who's been quiet for a while. Call to use it. Ben White now going to kick it into the air. Chase is on. Darcy Graham over here. Scotland retains possession. Xander Fagerson. There we go. Finn Russell. Tupelotu. Tupelotu cuts back inside over midfield. Matt Fagerson drives forward. And not rolling away is Ireland. Impeding play, but no call. Ewan Ashman. Finn Russell. Hugh Jones. There's Blair Kinghorn, excuse me. Fagerson. Darcy Graham. And Ireland not rolling away. Come on, another penalty not called. Rory Darge now driving forward. Scotland not quite really breaking free anywhere here. Just picking up little meters left and right. Ben White. Tupelotu cuts back inside, but it's not there. Ben White sees space. He cuts back inside. He's taken down outside the 22. And Ireland not rolling away again. And once again, Caelan Doris off his knees playing the ball. Ireland have poached the ball. Tagburn steals it at 22. But then Gary Ringrose is buried. So once again, Scotland gets inside the 22 and they come away with nothing. Joe McCarthy with a carry. He's tackled. Scotland needs to charge down or something. Gibson Park sends it down the pitch. It finds touch. Good exit there by Gibson Park. So Scotland inside the 22 for like a fifth time with no points. "46 minutes in it now. Scotland better wake up soon or they're going to find themselves going home with nothing. Scotland with a line out now from the 42-meter line. They lost it. Went backwards, though. It's picked up by Ben White. He tries to get rid of it. He finds Kyle Sten back there. Sten running around, and all the Irish are offside. Call to use it. Two more rush offside before the ball's even pulled out. Kicked into the air. Balakoon down around his... Kyle Sten waits from the land and buries him at the 30-meter line. Gibson Park digs it out of that ruck to Josh van der Flair. Van der Flair's tackled by Pierre Skuman. South African on South African. Well, I guess Van der Flair's New Zealander. I don't know what his real story is. Gibson Park. Ooh, that just got away. Balakoon. It's knocked backwards. Finn Russell now with the ball. He's got Darcy Graham. Darcy fakes out 3 players. Still going. Darcy still going. Great carry by Darcy Graham. But he's not releasing there. He did release. 35 meters. Skuman trying to spin through the middle. White. Kinghorn. Hugh Jones. Ewan Ashman with the carry. Hands in the ruck, no call against Ireland, slowing the game down. Darcy Graham out here, does the dummy, cuts back inside. It might have been obstruction, not called. Coming back for something. Caelan Doris, high tackle. He's trying to talk to Andrew Jackson. High tackle. Kalen Doris with a high tackle. Yeah, it is a high tackle. So Scotland kicks to the corner, and they're going to get about an 8-meter line out. All right, crowd gets into it now. Ireland just needs to hold them here. Scotland needs to get something done here. A converted try is necessary to get back in this game. Nearly 50 minutes gone. This is a 10-meter line out. Success. Into them all. At the back, the hooker has it. Ewan Ashman. Nothing coming from this. Nothing coming from this. Ben White comes up to get the ball. He takes it. Tupelotu spins, tackled, 10 meters out. Ben White. Jack Dempsey with a carry. White. Rory Darge. Ben White. Gilchrist. Scotland not really getting anywhere here. I got an advantage here in front of the post. Scotland needs to get it here. Come on, Darge with another carry. Ball squirts out, going to come back for the advantage. A warning here. Oh, he's got a cut. Blood. Oh, yeah. Tag Burns got a huge pile of blood pouring off his forehead. Offside against McCloskey. If I was Scotland, I'd take the tap right in front of the post. Or are they going for the points? They're going for the points. He's coming out. Tag Burns coming out. Darren Murray is coming in. They're going to tap and go from about 7 meters. Tap and go. Ewan Ashman drives it down to 3 meters. Scotland down to 2 meters. I got to get it out of here. Come on, boys. Skuman. Nothing there. Come back the other way, boys. Ireland's defense is stacked up. That's not the way to go. They're going right into the teeth defense. They're losing space back to 5 meters. You need to come the other direction. Gilchrist. They're not getting anywhere, Scotland. Need to go the other direction. Xander Ferguson back to 6 meters. Ewan Ashman down to 5 meters. Nearly turned it over. Tupelotu. He's tackled. Scotland has got to get try here. Gilchrist. Is he held up? No, he's down. Ewan Ashman. So much riding on this score. This game is going to be the outcome right here, I think. Where's the ball? They're just crashing the line here, and there's nothing coming from it. Finn Russell! Oh, he's in! Finn Russell! What a move. It was a quick ball that made it happen. Did a dummy and got across. Great job by Finn Russell. Brilliant try. So Scotland back in the game. Conversion important here. So he made him move the ball 5 meters. So now Finn Russell has a harder kick here. Made him move it out. Let's see if he gets it or not. Actually, that helped him make it. Yep, that's good. 14. That's a nice kick by Finn Russell. All right, 19-14. Scotland's back in the game now. Timoney's in the game. Van der Fleer's out. Restart. Scotland has it. Timoney comes in. Van der Fleer's out for Ireland. Call to use it. Ben White will dig it out. Kicked high into the air. It's going to go around the 45. Oh! Well, that's a great kick. Ben White. Brilliant job. So, it'd be an Ireland lineout, but boy, picked up a lot of territory from there. Sheehan will do the lineout for Scotland, or for Ireland. 54 minutes off the clock. Not really challenged. They come away with Gibson Park over the middle. Crowley to Caelan Doris. Doris spinning, turning, still going. Takes a long time to get him down inside the 10-meter line. And there is Tommy O'Brien down to the 22. Scotland, McCarthy. My goodness, nobody on the wing. They go back to the middle. Is that Bundiaki? Timoney. Gibson Park tries to do a dummy, cuts back inside. Pierre Schoolman holds on, lets his teammates make the tap. Gibson Park. They go outside. Ringrose. Dan Sheehan now. Ireland's driving now, down just 7 meters away. Boy, Scotland cannot live with success, can they? After holding them for ages. Ball's available. And, yeah, they want a penalty, but he's saying he's trapped. O'Brien, he's tackled. Scotland's got to get a turnover here. They need a turnover. Gibson Park, over the middle. Caelan Doris from the 5-meter line. He's tackled. Gibson Park. McCloskey, he's tackled 4 meters out. Gibson Park, Osborne. Scotland now. Gibson Park tries to burrow through. He's down to a meter away. Nearly gets him in. Ireland knocking on the door. Here they come. Another phase. Caelan Doris is over. It's not Murray. It's Caelan Doris. Oh, it is. It is Murray. Sorry. It's Dara Murray, the not debutante, but wow. Now they say Caelan Doris got it. Who got it? I thought it was Caelan Doris too. That's TV said. They say it was Murray. Yeah, it is him. It's not Caelan Doris. Yep. Yeah, I think it's good, but they're going to check it. Yeah, I think he got it. No, it looks like it's going to be good. (26-14). Try stands. Uh-oh. Here goes Ireland. Oh, Scotland driving now. Inside the 22. Scotland now down around the 22. Finn Russell. Tackle missed. Jones. Finn Russell. Oh, Kinghorn throws it backwards. Darcy Graham has to chase it down. He's not held in tackle. He goes. Scotland had a chance here, but they lost it. Skuman. He charges forward. Inside the 22 again. 6 strip in there. Need points this time. Outside, Kyle Sten. Sten cuts back inside again. Fagerson. Skuman. Irish crowd is cheering it on. Down to the last 20 minutes in this contest. Scotland trailing by 2. 2 converted tries. Rory Darge. Williamson with a carry. Finn Russell. To Blair Kinghorn. Scotland with phase after phase here coming. They got numbers to the outside. No, but comeback is Rory Darge. Rory Darge. Try, Scotland. Woo! Scotland, get it back. This is turning into a titanic struggle. Now Scotland needs to score one more time and win. Bonus point try. Rory Darge gets it in there. Wow. Need the conversion here. Great work by Scotland. Darge just cut back in. Kick is good. It's 21. Wow. Got some crying going on from one of the players to the official. 26-21, 18.5 minutes remaining. This cracker of a match here, folks. This is what we want to see from Six Nations. This is good stuff. Come on, lads. Let's get it done. So Darcy Graham comes out, Ben White comes out, and Max Williamson, all who had great games. Darcy Graham out. Kyle Rowe comes in. George Horn. And Alex Craig. Craig comes in for Williamson. Horn comes in for White. And Kyle Rowe comes in for Darcy Graham. Restart, and Ireland gets it. Come on, Scotland. Gee, many crickets. So Ireland has the ball right back again. Jeez. O'Toole with a carry. McCloskey. Tupelotu. Boy, the ball's available and nobody picked it up. Kalen Doris, he's tackled. Oh, nice carry by Ireland there. They go out to the wing. Ringrose trying to drive him towards touch. Connor Ruck coming from Scotland, but there's no one else there. Gibson Park is tackled now. Where's the ball? I think Scotland might have the ball. I've lost sight. No, there it is. Knock on. So Scotland survives that mess. Oof. My goodness. Need one more converted try, and that'll be the bonus point. Come on, boys. 63 minutes gone in the game. Bonus point already to Ireland. Scotland needs another try to get that bonus point and in a victory. Agnes Bradbury's in the game too. I didn't see him come in. He must have gone in for Fagerson. 16 and a half minutes remain. Clock has stopped. Let's see what we got here. George Horn in the game now. Clock is stopped. What a game. Italy, Wales up next. I won't be covering that. And then France and England later on. Crouch. Bind. Set. George Horn. Tupelotu. Tupelotu drives forward over the 22. Bradbury's in for Dempsey. At the 22, George Horn. Sends it down the pitch. That ball's going to stay in play. Balakoon at his 10-meter line. Over to Osborne. Osborne from the 38-meter line. Comes this way to Tommy O'Brien. O'Brien goes way outside here. Who's out here? And Ringrose. Ringrose is tackled at midfield. Carry back inside the 50, so no 50-22. Tupelotu with a big tackle at midfield there on Nick Timoney. Scotland with the ball. Nope. Ireland still has it. Midfield, Ireland. Gibson Park over the top. Chases on over here from Tommy O'Brien. Kinghorn can't get it. I think he knocked it on. Off O'Brien's hand, so it's going to be a Scotland lineout. 15 minutes remain. Ireland clearing at bench. 16, 17, 18. Craig Casey. Everybody's came off the bench. Line out successful. Scotland has it. Ashman, who's been in there a long time because of the injury to Turner in the first half. George Horn's going to pull it away. Kicks it down the pitch. Chases on over here. Kyle Rowe. Kyle Rowe got it, but then he dropped it, so it's a knock-on. So Ireland win this one. Gibson Park. Kelleher. They go outside, and Bundiaki gets tackled by Kyle Sten. Cairo is injured. Ireland just short of midfield. Gibson Park comes away with it. He's tackled by Hugh Jones. Beelam's out there now. Hard work at the breakdown for Scotland, but it's not really amounting much. High into the air. Kinghorn upset that he was hit in the air, but I think he was actually on the ground. He tried to call the mark. Nothing came of it, so call to use it. Charged down, but then picked up by George Horn after it was charged down. Finn Russell clears kick. He's going to send it from inside of 22. Down to about the midfield. Taken there. Kieran Frawley. Gibson Park. Kalen Doris sends it over the middle. Ireland threatening again now with 13 minutes left. This would be bad news if they give up any points here. No penalties, no points, gentlemen. Frawley. McCluskey, who's had a monster of a game, tackled by Finn Russell. Tagburn driving. Oh, there's space out there. But Aki gets back to the 22. Crowley to Kieran Frawley, and there goes Osborne. That's going to do it for Ireland. They're going to win that. O'Brien. It's Tommy O'Brien, not Osborne. That's going to do it. So that's the end of Scotland's hopes of ever winning the Six Nations for the first time. Yep, that'll do it. Yep, Tommy O'Brien. Yep, fresh legs, Kieran Frawley. Got that all going. So 31-21. It's a two-score game now. Conversion coming up. Crowley. Kick is good, 33. Yeah, looks like Ireland's going to win this one. Oh, QB. That's disappointing. Short kick. And Ireland comes down with it. The ball's going to go around the 30-meter line. Finn Russell gets it, hands it off to George Horn. Oh, big hit there. Tom Jordan in the game now for Scotland. Ten and a half minutes remain in the game. Magnus Bradbury. Over the top it goes. Jack Crowley's hurt. Penalty to Ireland. Costa was going for the ball. No, that was clean. I don't know why that's even a penalty. They're both going for the ball. They both have a right to the ball. So Frawley kicks it down inside the 22. Or right at the 22, actually, is where the mark is going to be. So, Ireland now, with 9 minutes left in the game. Chance to extend the lead just outside the 22. Line out successful into the hands of Jack Conan. They've got them all. Ireland's maul stopped at the 22. Gibson Park. Craig Casey not out there yet. There's Bundiaki. He drives through the 22. Fresh legs. Gibson Park. Kalen Doris. Oh, it's Murray. Sorry, I keep saying Doris. Doris isn't out there anymore. Finley Beelum throws it away. Gibson Park picks up the mess. Tackle by Blair Kinghorn. Frawley is there. Crowley playing scrum half. Crowley complaining, calling for an advantage. He milked that. Oh, dropped. Crowley dropped the ball. Not rolling away. 8 minutes remaining. All right, folks, 72-11-12. So Ireland's going to kick the points. He makes this, and it's over. Crowley's hit 4 out of 5. He only missed his first one. Or was it the second one? I don't remember. So this will do in Scotland. Yep, there it is. 36-21. This time Scotland gets on the short kick and a penalty. So Kyle Stent came down with it. So they're going to kick for the corner. Finn Russell will try to get a quick score here. Yep. A great kick by Finn Russell there. McCloskey be my man of the match right now. 6 minutes remain. That 7-meter line out. Ashman with another line out. Scotland needs to score and quickly. And they're moving forward on the maul. People pile in there. Try to keep it going. Now they're going forward. Where's it at? Ball's available. I don't know how that became available. They were looking for a penalty there. Scotland off their feet, got lucky there. 5 meters out. George Horn picks it up. Couldn't quite get going. Ball's available, 5 meters. Darge tackled. Ireland, chant is loud.
Up quickly here in Ireland come.
Now it dies off. A lot of time being clicked off here. I try to get them a bonus point, but doesn't do much good for them there beyond that. Scotland have stolen it back. Ireland had it for a moment. Scotland trying to get something going here. Still 5 meters. Lots of phases here. Oh, great work there. Get the ball to the outside. Is it Finn Russell with it now? George Horn tries to cut back inside, but there's nothing doing there. Russell looks tired, but he comes in and plays scrum half. Charging forward, down at 2 meters, 1 meter. Scotland trying to get it done. But a penalty's won, but aren't they off their feet? Look like Ireland was off their feet there. 3.5 minutes remain. Wow. Not releasing. That's going to do it. Another trip inside of 22. It results in no points for Scotland. Yeah, no, that was good. That was a good steal. Yep. Boniaki pretty excited. Disappointing for Scotland. Oh, boy. Gibson Park is out. Casey is in finally for Ireland with 2.5 minutes remaining. Ronan Kelleher throws it in. Line out successful. Casey over the middle. Crowley. O'Brien. And Ireland might get more. A charge down by Scotland. Tom Jordan is chasing a touch. Didn't like how he was tackled, so he threw the ball at the Irish player. It's an Irish line out here. 2 minutes remain. 2 minutes remain. .145. Line out successful. There is Caelan Doris. He's tackled. Crowd's into it. You can see the Irish are excited now that they're going to win. Scotland with the ball at their own 45-meter line. They won't even get the bonus point, it looks like. Minute 10 seconds remain. George Horn. Finn Russell. Nothing there. Ugh. Kyle Sten flipped over on the outside. 40 seconds remain. Congratulations to Ireland. If England can win today, then they'll win the Six Nations. But that doesn't seem like... Oh, off the face of Tupilotu, and it bounces, and here comes O'Brien to the corner. He's going to get another try. O'Brien gets it in the corner. We'll take him over the 40 mark. Tommy O'Brien with a try. His second, a brace of tries for O'Brien. 41, conversion coming up. Right off the face of Tupilotu. Wow. Just dropped the ball. It was right through his fingertips. Hit him in the face. O'Brien, 20-point lead. Conversion more than doubles the score. So triple crown for Ireland. Even if they don't win the Six Nations, they get the triple crown. There it is. 43-21 the final. (43-21). Ireland wins this one. running away with it in the end. Tommy O'Brien with that last try there. Wow. Oh, I still got the halftime thing. I didn't even notice that. Jeez. Let me mention it. So that was disappointing. See, I'm not really in it. So they get the Triple Crown. Congratulations to Ireland. Okay, that's going to do it for this coverage. I need to go do some other stuff. So thanks for tuning in, folks. I appreciate you all being here. And that'll do it. Six Nations this year. I'll probably watch the France game later today as I relax. But, yeah, that puts, for the moment, puts Ireland in first place. So 18 points. But France has 16. If they get a draw, they would win the thing. Yeah, they would win the thing. If they win, they win the title. Yeah, a bonus point won't do it for France. But a win or a draw will win it for France. Scotland finishes with just 16 points. And they finished third. Italy cannot catch them. Best they can do is 14 points. Yeah, so if they beat Wales later on. That's going to do it, folks. Thanks for being here. Be sure to hit the like button, and we'll catch you for games next week, okay? Thanks. Really appreciate your support. Final score from Aviva Stadium in Dublin is 43-21 as Ireland doubles up Scotland in the end. Disappointing finish for Scotland fans who had a chance to win the Six Nations for the first time ever today, but they let it slip away from them. Cheers.